Good morning, Facebook family and friends. It's Debbie here.
And Norm.
And we're coming to you live this morning from the man cave. It's -9 outside. It feels like -18 because there's a 27-kilometer-an-hour wind. So we're keeping warm in here in the man cave with the potbelly stove, and it's pretty toasty warm in here today. Do you want to design your future? In order to design your future, you need to first evaluate your values. You need to work on your habits. You have to make conscious and firm decisions, and you need to take action. When you are clear on your why, the how is just merely in the details. Dad, did you wake up one day and poof, Duncan Logging was there?
No, I dreamt about it though.
You dreamt about it. So you dreamt about it. You had a goal, you had a dream. So how many years were you in business?
48?
48 years in Duncan Logging, but how many years did you...
54 years working
54
in the bush.
years of logging in the bush. And how many years of those did you work away from home?
Quite a few. I would say lots of times we stayed in camp even if we were only an hour from home. But I'd say at least 6 or 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was a sacrifice that you made to provide for your family and to become Duncan Logging, the name that everybody knows.
That's right, yes.
And I'm super proud to have been a part of Duncan Logging from a very early age and up until Mom and Dad sold in 2012. And so, I was very fortunate to grow up in that. Your perception of yourself is usually your biggest obstacle that you will ever face. So you were telling me the other day about a hunting trip.
Yes. Some of our employees like to hunt, and our whole family likes to hunt. And so I'd always try and take them, as many of them as they wanted to go. Like usually 2 or 3 guys from our crew would want to go with us, and we'd leave here probably at night, and we'd drive 17 hours, go up to mile 178 Alaska Highway, go off into the bush about an hour, and set up camp. And we were there was 6 of us, and we had a good time. And Evan and Fritz Wirtz, they hunted together quite a bit, and
That was Fritz Wirtz Sr.?
yes, and Neil, Debbie's brother, and Troy hunted together, and I had this fellow from California that went with me.
Would that be Johnny Borba?
Johnny Borba, yes.
Cool.
And he used to come up every year. He liked to go hunting. He didn't hunt. He loved fishing. But anyway, this one day, I believe it was on a Sunday, Johnny and I left camp and we were going to go look for caribou. It wasn't open yet, but we were scouting around, and I was watching for moose, and I was going down this trail, and I hit this water bar and tipped over and knocked myself out. And when I came to, Johnny said, "You were knocked out." I said, "Did you take a picture?" He said, "No." And I reached in my pocket. I wasn't making sense yet anyway. I reached in my pocket. He said, you got an elk." I said, "I did." So I reached in my pocket, pulled out my hunting license. Yeah, I canceled it. I checked that twice. Then I looked over to the left a bit, and there's a big high mountain there, and I said, "I think that's where I saw caribou last year when I was up here with Evan." And he said, "And Troy got a moose." I said, "Who the hell's Troy?" I didn't have a clue who Troy was. He was married to Debbie, but I didn't know that.
That's too funny.
So I was knocked out. I couldn't remember much.
Dear, that is too funny. So it just goes to show obstacles and things that are thrown in your path. Funny things can happen out of them, and years later we can sit and talk about them. Hey, you got $20? I used to always ask this as a kid, and most time he wouldn't give me a 20. So
No, probably give you 100.
He'd probably give me
that way
100.
she couldn't find a place to catch it.
So anybody out there want this $20 bill? I'll bet every single one of you would want this $20 bill. So what if I go like this and I crumple that $20 bill? Do you still want that $20 bill? How about if I throw it on the ground and I go like this and I rub it into the ground and it's all dirty and crumpled now? Do you still want this $20 bill? We make decisions in circumstances that come our way. And sometimes we feel worthless. But you know, this $20 bill, you all still wanted it because it still has value. So no matter how dropped, how crumpled, and how ground into the dirt, don't forget how special you are. You never lose your value, just like this $20 bill. You still have value. So when you make a real decision, sometimes we use the term, I've drawn a line in the sand. Well, you know what? A real decision means to cut off any other possibility than the one that you have decided to make a reality. So maybe instead of using the term drawing a line in the sand, maybe we should be drawing that line in cement. I heard Tony Robbins make a reference before to, if you want to keep the island, you have to burn the boats. If you burn those boats, you have to do everything you can to keep that island because you have no other options. So in life, when you're faced like that and you have no other options, burn your boats. Learn from that and move forward because no matter what, you're still worth something. Maybe we just have to readjust our values, our habits, make stronger, more firm decisions, and most of all, we have to take action. As you can tell, I'm quite passionate about this. And in my life, I've made stupid decisions, and they're here to teach me. And hopefully, I'm able to pass that on to somebody else so that they don't make the same stupid decisions I have. And, you know, I'll just forever, ever be grateful that I have amazing parents who, no matter what, even at the age of 38, I moved back home. Imagine that. So that, you know what? 13 years ago today, I moved back home. And my parents welcomed me back with open arms. And I'm just so forever grateful. So you know what? Draw that line in the cement. Make those choices for you and what is better for you. So that's all I've got.
Even our hunting trip was successful. We brought 3 moose, 2 caribou, and 1 elk home.
See? So even with obstacles thrown at you, there's still good things to come. So that's all we've got today for a cold Wisdom Wednesday.
Until we go hunting again.
Until we go hunting again. So take care, folks, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.